Sound check. Audio check. KPA check. The Ladies League check. King's Comfort check. The Snipers Pool Club check. 1-2 microphone testing. Ladies and gentlemen, audio check. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in at Kit Media Link together with the Tungdiang Media at the same time. We want to welcome all of you. For those ones who are watching us live, you can confirm in the comment sections if the audio and sound is clear. It is not being affected by the background music, so we can proceed. Sound check. Audio check. 1-2 microphone check. 1-2 ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. And of course, today is the 31st of May 2020, opening of the Ladies League game for Kitgum Pool Associations, one of the associations which is promoting talent both from the ladies sections and the men's. Today, we have launched it officially that the ladies are supposed to participate in the league. Starting on the frame, we have the King's Comfort, which is the host, versus the Snipers Pool Club. This is the ladies editions. Welcome, and please enjoy. We are in the second frame of the very best of the 20 frames that we are supposed to be having at the moment. I can confirm to you that the Snipers Pool Club, which is the away team, already have 2 because King's Comfort spotted the black ball prematurely. This is the very best of the 20 frames that they're supposed to be playing at the moment. The host team is already trailing by 2 frames to 0. Now the away teams have started dominating as early as possible. Remember, this is the league's game for the ladies sections, and that we are starting at the moment. And we want to thank you very much for tuning in. In the audio, my name is Daniel. Giving you the audio, the visuals is by Kit Media Link. In the same spirit, now this is the third frame that we are having. On the table, we have Aya for King's Comfort, and then Abe Kevin for the Snipers Club. This third frame, are we going to have the Snipers registering that win, or Aya is at least going to put one of the black ball to make sure that they can at least keep running up with the Snipers to keep the scores also very close to one another. So this is now the luck have been won convincingly by the Snipers Pool Club. Ladies and gentlemen, just to give you an highlight of what we are going to be doing today, we have started this game here. This is the first game that it is launched in Kitgum Pool Associations. Particularly, I can confirm that in Northern Uganda, because this is the first associations that is now trying to bring the ladies also in the game. Now, there have always been many occasions where the men were the only people who were dominating the league game. But today, we have ladies also taken up on the green bait, now trying to prove also their dominance, even if when the men were dominating the pool. But now here today, the ladies are also trying to confirm to us that can also do it so well and so good. And now, Kevin is to prove that the Snipers can continue running with the scores, or Jackie is to show, Aya is to show us that King's Comfort can register at least a win and keep the score as close as possible. Keep it locked here and keep it here at Kit Media, that we will be giving you the very best of the actions, which will be taking place on the green bait here, very start until the end of this game. My name for the audio, it's Daniel. Now breaks with a lot of power and splitting the ball so well. Now she has a chance and a choice to nominate a ball of her choice in this case. Now when you look at how the reds are positioned on the table. You may fancy that she's going to go for the reds. And just as if like she was listening to me, I want to believe that she's nominating the red ball, and she does it successfully. Now there are only 5 reds on the table. All have pockets to pot in. As long as if she can pot that with a target, but she fails to go for that. She's trying to go for the easiest spot, one at a time. I don't think she's happy with the positions of the cue ball, because she never expected it to run the other side. The way she hits it shows that she is yet to learn cue ball actions so well. And that is why Kevin was not happy with that. Unless she goes slow at this point in time, then she can continue. How good is that roll of the ball? She did it so well. And now she's just only trying to invite her colleague to remove the yellow balls, which is so close to the red ball here. Even when she doesn't do so, she can still be in positions to pot these ones here. But then now Haya is supposed to take that ball, which is looking at this point in time, to the diagonal corner pocket, or she can go for the center pots. And just like that, she's going for the center pot. A simple roll of that ball in the center would do her good. That is a big miss. She has missed it. Now here you realize that there is a lot of nerves, because this is yet the very first of the game that they're starting here. There's a lot of nerves. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, Abe is taking it one at a time. All the red balls have corner pockets where they're supposed to put it in. And today, as I told you earlier on, we have Tungyang Media streaming this game as well. And then at the same time, we also have Kit Media, which is also giving you the audio and then the visuals. But beginning maybe in the next editions, we are going to be sharing audio in the 2 live streams that we are going to be giving you, because we are yet in the process of acquiring at least a microphone which is as good as possible to mute the background noise whenever we are also going live, just that we can protect the live stream. At the same time, we protect the YouTube. At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, let me invite Tungyang here on this very channel to hardly say a word or two and greet the people, just that we can keep it rolling here.
17 past the hour of 5, ladies and gentlemen. This is John Edo Jara. Welcome to Kit Media Link. As I told you, this is a new development. We shall be doing co-commentary or mutual commentary with me and the commentator Daniel Kitara. So this is the first of its kind. I think in northern Uganda, Kitgum Pool Association is organizing a distinct and separate ladies team, different from the gentlemen. And so far, in accordance with the turn-up, we have managed to register 3 clubs who have successfully handed in names of their players, and these clubs include the hosts, which is King's Comfort Ladies Pool Club, then the Snipers Ladies Pool Club, then the third one being Zone Pub Shooters Ladies Pool Club. They are battling it for at most 1 month and 2 weeks. By that time, in fact, they will play for 5 consecutive weeks. And after those 5 weeks, we shall be able to determine the winner. And the awards have not yet been availed to us, the commentators, so we can't comment out with them right now because they are still unverified. But this is the first of its kind being done here in Kitgum by the officials of Kitgum Pool Association alongside the stakeholders, club owners, directors, and the club captains of these ladies' teams. You should also get to know that these ladies cut across East and West Acholi and as far as Lamu Sub-Region also. We have all of them united by the beautiful sport to play for these 3 different clubs. There is still shortage of ladies within the region, and that's why we are having only 3 teams having to take on the first edition of the Ladies League here in Kitgum Municipality. And as I speak right now, ladies and gentlemen, the person who is from Sinking the Black is from Gulu City, and she is the secretary for the Ladies Affairs. And for her to also do the same in Gulu City, she needs the experience and the exposure of the first edition of this first Kitgum Pool League Ladies Tournament. It is already 3-0. They are raised to 11 for 3 points, but they have to play a maximum of 20 frames. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it Kit Media, keep it Tungyang Media for all your live streams, especially in games of pool and commentary. As we told you, once we acquire all the gadgets, we shall do what we call mutual commentary or dual commentary, so that you get every detail about the player, you get every detail about the arena, every detail about the directors as far as pool is concerned. Welcome to Kit Media, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and do whatever you can to promote these two channels. This is frame number. This is frame number 4, and it is the first player that launched this league officially on the first game, or none other than Jacqueline Anena and Lacote Annette of the Snipers. Jacqueline Anena is the captain of King's Comfort, ladies and gentlemen, and Annette Lacote, who hails from Gulu City, is a player for the Snipers Pool Club. The second player which played included Kevin Aber and Scovia Aya of King's Comfort, and this is the fourth pair being represented by the host, that is Immaculate, who is donning on a cream t-shirt, and Auma Tracy Scovia, who is playing for the Snipers, and she's also the chairperson, Ladies Affairs, Kitgum Pool Association. So thank you so much. That is just a preamble. We shall get back for the live actions with Daniel Kitara. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my brother Tungyang Media. I want to appreciate you and thank you very much for giving in your voice in these first editions of the ladies game, which is taking place here in Kitgum. And of course, we are live in King's Comfort, where the Queens are taking on the Snipers. The Snipers are the ladies from Montbonneau in Club Vortex. Appreciation goes to Dr. Romeo for initiating these ones here, and also Alice framing and organizing the ladies at the same time. And that is the reasons why they are here. I want to thank you very much. I want to thank you very much for Alice now grooming these talents here. Now, when you check on the directors, the different directors, there are 3 directors who at least accepted these invitations to organize the ladies game, and that is the reasons why we already have the King's Comfort here in actions, and then we also have the Snipers in actions. The appreciation goes directly to Dr. Romeo for the Snipers Pool Club, as well as for King's Comfort, that is Mr. Ogwang Games. He is always known as Ogwang Games Phone Center. He has a phone center, also has a pool club, which is running here. As well as I want to appreciate Peter for Zone Pub. He is the director for Zone Pub Shooters, where he has organized the ladies team as well. They're so organized, they look like students, but they shoot so well when they're on the green bait. So we want to appreciate him so much of that one there. Romeo, you said you're catching the actions live in Masindi Town. Nice commentary done, Antungyang. Oh, Snipers. Thank you very much, Romeo. We are giving you all what it takes now, just that all the actions taking place on the grid bait, you get to know about it here. This is frame number 4. All the first 3 frames have been taken away by the Snipers Pool Club. And now, it is yet to be registered for the very first time in these editions that the Kings want to at least write their name on the score sheets. They haven't written their names because they haven't potted any of the black. The only black that they potted it prematurely. And that will give a win away to the King's Comfort, to the Snipers. That is the reason why they already have 3 scores up against 0-0 for the King's Comforts, or the Queens of Kings. So Immaculate, she played the red ball so well, potting it here, but of course she snookers herself. Now she's supposed to at least come off cushions or at least make a swirl shots to find at least one of her balls. If she fails to do so, then she's going to give at least 2 shots to Snipers. But of course here the ball looks as if it is being seen. The ball which is so close to the cushions. The one that the umpire is pointing at is the ball which can be seen. A simple roll of that ball to touch only that red ball can give it good. Romeo, thank you very much. Now, and just like that, she potted it so well, but potted the cue ball prematurely. But now the Snipers have been invited back on the table. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the very first of the editions that we are having, Kitgum Pool Associations, launching up the ladies' actions, which is taking place on the green bait here. Now, what is your predictions against the Snipers and then the Kings? What do you think is going to be your score at the end of the day? When you predict correctly, you are going to win for yourself at least a data bundle worth 5,000 Uganda shillings. So predict in the comment sections. I am going to read out the predictions. If your predictions happens to win it out well, yeah, you are going to win for yourself at least an airtime or data bundle worth 5,000 Uganda shillings. So we want to appreciate everybody who is watching and following us keenly. The whole appreciation, we give it back now to the organizers of Kitgum Pool Associations to actually, first of all, to come up in the team and say that the ladies can't just be left behind. And so they really want at least to bring the ladies on board. From many times we have seen the ladies games being hosted in Kitgum here, and so the ladies were not a bit organized. So now this is one way of organizing the ladies, bringing the ladies right from Lamore, Agago, Pade, Gulu, Kitgum, and then just that they can play in a league format. After playing in a league format, they will keep developing the confidence in them. And then when they meet now in the regionals of the Niles, and then they go for the nationals, they will already know the capability of their other colleagues that they can play with so well. So the whole appreciations, we give it back to Kitgum Pool Associations, led or in the stewardships of Tyson. I think he works for Kitgum District in the health department. We want to appreciate him so well. And then the entire tournament team. The likes of Tungyang is there in the organizations. The likes of Oling Bosco, the director of My Chamo, is also among them, and very many others. So we have just seen Obot Dennis, the director of Jaguars Den, at least giving water, a bottle of water for all the players who are present here. Whether they're playing or they're not playing, that is the spirit that we really need it in the team. And if you're a director and you can do something so amazing like that one there, we appreciate you as well. We appreciate you so well, so we want to thank all the directors for at least coming up with the initiative and then forming this one here. Today we have Zone Pub, today we have the Snipers, and then the King's Comfort. The Zone Pub shooters are still seated here as spectators. They're watching how their colleagues are playing, but of course you realize that these ladies, they also have fears of the other colleagues. Some really fears the other colleagues, by the way. In any other casual games that they always play, they fear to meet their other colleagues, but not here. If you are meeting your other colleagues in a frame, there is no way you can run away. And that is why you will have to face them. Whether by hook or crook, you will have to face them and meet them, also play. If you fail to pot the black, they pot the black on you. This will also be a lesson to the rest of the other ladies, and that is why they're shooting and taking it one at a time. So in the building also, another media house that we have Upland Media is also in the building. Upland Media is also in the building. I'm taking some of the clips here, interviewing some of the ladies, the captains of the two clubs, just that she can also create with the news. Because Upland at one point tried to also live stream games here, but he felt this is not all that where he's supposed to focus on. So he's focusing on a different angle. And so today we are here. The ladies are on frame number 4 of the very best of the 20 frames that we are supposed to be having here. The Snipers are taking lion shares, but Kings are yet to register, or the queens of the King's Comforts are yet to register a pot of a black for themselves. Now she's taking it one at a time. She's the secretary for Ladies Affair in Kitgum Pool Associations, also playing for the Snipers Pool Club. Now one thing you will notice with the ladies, they take a lot of time making decisions on the table. It will not be a problem because they are yet to come into the game. They are not fast thinkers. They are yet taking it one at a time, playing softly, not to give any chance to any other persons. And that is the reasons why Immaculate is snookered. If not, or partially snookered. I think the ball which is farthest of the screen, top right, can be seen. A simple roll of that ball into the corner pocket. Sometimes you can only mean to play and only set it. But sometimes you can also mean to play and only pot it. So that is the reason why she only plays only to have herself not to give. Yeah, I did. So, Doctor, we thank you very much. We know you're following us live from Masindi. We also want to appreciate you because of the talent that you're trying to bring them up. You always pick the young boys, the young girls from scratch, and then you make them to become the greatest that they're supposed to be in the future. Notably, we can have one person that we can always refer to is Rotokwanya Joseph, aka Dogo Senior, the guy who just of recent had to head start Dan Manizo with a +5 in a race to 21 and won convincingly, 21 frames to 13. That shows the level of mentorship that you are trying to give to him, and then the level of competitions, because after having stakes highly on him, he understands what he's supposed to deliver on the table. And that is the reason why he went on the table, on the green bait, he delivered for you. I want to believe that even next time, when he will be facing Mansuru in Kitgum and at the same time in Kampala, he's not going to shame us. He's going to at least produce something so well. I understand. I've been categorically informed that Dan Manizi is coming for a rematch here in Kitgum. That is a foul. The ball failed to get the cushions. Now Immaculate awarded 2 shots. Immaculate awarded 2 shots. Could this be the turning point of the Kings Comfort, the Queens of the Kings, to register for them at least a pot of the black? Now we are yet to see the decision that Immaculate is going to make on the table. Remember, 2 of the balls are almost close to one another, top right of the table. Now what she is going to produce for us, we are yet to wait and see. What is her decision like? Is she going to roll that ball into the center? How good is it? How good is it? It is always not on, but it's not always very perfect. She would have only fancies and chosen to go in the center pocket, but then she still have at least a chance to play another red ball. The umpire signals that this red ball, which is so close to the camera, is resting on the cushions. That means it is frozen. Now all she has to do is at least make a roll of that ball here. Yeah, she opted only to have at least a bank shot. Now she's able to see the red ball here. Our umpire, the one that you see very smart today, is Mr. Okidi Alfred. Pastor is known as Pastor. Yeah, the guy who had started one of the player. I can call him. He had started one of the player with the +5 in a race to 11. He was beaten seriously on the table. We doesn't mean not that he's not very good on the table, but he's now a veteran player. She wants to come at least off 1 cushions, but how good is it? From the action that she's trying to aim at, doesn't look like she's going to get it even so close. She fails it. Now giving chance to the snipers to redeem themselves, steal further and run away with the score. Now Tracy, she is contemplating of the pattern that she's supposed to produce here. Remember, all her balls can have pockets. As long as she means to play one at a time. She wants to go for the reds, remove the red ball from here. No, she goes for the yellow, putting it in the corner pocket. How good is it going to be? Now the keyboard looks so close to the black ball, and I think all running in her mind is to play the only remaining ball which is so close to the black ball. O'Hales also have a roll of this ball in the corner pocket, which is almost being occupied by the red ball. But that is not me, and she opted to go otherwise. And so she wants to play one at a time and snookering Immaculate. But Immaculate can come off 1 cushions. Now, media, when we check, this is the first of its kinds that we are having, almost I can say in northern Uganda, that the ladies are being brought. I can say in Limelight, in Greater North, where they're being introduced to league game that they're starting here. In many times when the ladies are in for regional qualifiers of the Nile, our girls always fears a lot. But then this is one step away, which is furthest, that they can now begin to develop the confidence, and then they can shoot so well, even when we have regionals of the Nile. So what is your take on these organizations of KPA and in their motive in particular, as one of the organizers as well?
Hey, thank you so much, Mr. Dan. I think this is one step closer to giving an opportunity to the Northern girls. And as far as that big grand prize is concerned, this is one step that will prepare them for exposure in terms of skills, training, and everything. Remember, after this first maiden ladies league, there is the ability of registering a club that could represent the whole of northern Uganda or Kitgum. In particular Kitgum, but at large, the whole of Greater North. so that we also have a team join the ladies team in Kampala. And we only do that by first starting from home and making sure the ladies get acclimatized to the rules and the pressure of playing a league game. With that, they will gain the exposure so that when they go to Kampala or they register in the ladies league to play the likes of the experienced leaders in their respective clubs, it will be a huge advantage to our ladies. And only one way that will make them get used to such playing with experienced players is by going for this kind of league games and in the future registering for the National League under the ladies category. Because it is very clear once a tournament is called, whether in Kampala or here, if those giant ladies of Kampala, the likes of Rashida, Sumaya, Angela, Vicky Skills. Vicky Skills saw the smartness of the snipers, and she even made a wish that she could join anytime for free. And it's just awaits paperwork. Don't get surprised if that is taken into consideration. Dr. Romeo, I know, is viewing us. They should start from there. Dr. Romeo is in Masindi, and Vicky seems to be in Hoima. So you can start from there. One club, the snipers, especially their outfit, has already attracted a player. So Dr. Romeo, you can start from there. But the bottom line is, Daniel, the beginning of this league could be a very, very huge improvement in the pool of our ladies, especially once we complete this first edition successfully, and then we go ahead to register a ladies team to represent Northern Uganda so that they go and rumble with the likes of those elite clubs that are already participating in the National League under the ladies category. So with that, our ladies shall get enough exposure, and once they meet at the regionals and later stages in the nationals, they'll be very, very well used or well exposed to such players who are always dominant. You know, there's that dominant family. There's a dominant family which is taking over pool in the whole of Africa. That is the Rashida family and the Naigarukia family. That family is dominating pool so much, and this small tournament for the ladies or the league is very, very important as far as exposure and preparation to face the more expertise or the more experienced players are from Kampala. And this would give them a huge advantage to at least test that victory of claiming a car from the nationals.
Yeah, you talk about the likes of Somaya, you talk about the likes of Vicky Skills. At the same time, we saw Abako, she also came here. And then you witnessed what happened, I think I can say 2 years ago, where we had the Women's Day here and the ladies were playing. You saw one girl in particular from Zone Park, in the name of Abe, how she competed so well and she was knocked out in the penalty shootout. Now, what do you think? Do you think that was the turning point of organizing this league game in Kitgum? Because when you saw how she was playing and how they were motivated by Somaya in particular, what can you tell the viewers in this point in time?
Now, the Women's Day tournament that was won comfortably by Mutesi Rashida was a success here in Kitgum. And our ladies, as you have mentioned, who lacked exposure in playing some of the games. They didn't know the rules. A case in point is Abe Kevin Odong, who currently plays for Zone Pub Shooters. She was leading Sumaya to nil. She didn't know about time rule. She was the one ahead, but she was the one again, trying her level best to make sure she completes the remaining minutes. She didn't understand the time rule, and in the process of rushing, she succumbed and they went for a decider, and later on they were subjected to penalties. You saw how they well shot the penalties. Sure. That means we have the talent. All we need is the exposure, and the players should get well versed with the rules. With that, they are good to go. And one way of preparing them is by having them compete among themselves. And for the information of the viewers, Kitgum Pool League has never registered ladies to participate amongst men. We rejected that idea and we opted to be patient and at least have our own time so that we get the ladies playing their own individual league. And it started today and it will continue until we reach the nationals when we register a national team from Kitgum, whether from Kitgum, Gulu or Greater North as a whole, to go and rumble it out in Kampala City.
Wow, that's amazing. Guys, thank you very much. We are trying to feed you with a lot of information pertaining the Ladies League, particularly in the inaugurations of this Ladies League that we started here in Kitgum. We saw some of the amazing shots, a skill shot being played by Immaculate, even when she has not potted the black ball. But of course, she played so well. Now, this is one of the confidence that we really want to build amongst the ladies. And this is one thing that should always motivate them. Even if when they're always playing among the men here, they understand how this game is supposed to be executed. They really understand how this game is supposed to be executed. And that is why she played the way she has done it here. So we want to appreciate her. Thank you very much for the viewers who are here. The only thing that you can do to us better is by liking the stream. It takes you just only a second to like the stream. At the same time, share this one here with your other colleagues, just that we can continue giving you the live stream. And also YouTube keeps recommending these videos here to other people. And then they also understand that the Ladies League is in. And in Northern Uganda, in Greater North in particular, that Kitgum Pool Associations with their leaderships have given you at least a clue that the ladies also need to be motivated and also uplifted. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here we have Alisa Adia Luanga for King's Comfort, the Queen, up against the Sniper. Now, after lagging successfully, so Adia won the lag. Now this is going to be the 5th frame. Remember, King's Comfort have not yet potted any of the black for themselves. And so we're going to see Adia registering for us at least a win for them here. Just that can bring them back in the mood of winning, and then they continue also perusing through and win. Just like the other colleagues are also potting the black balls, and so they should also continue. It takes just only confidence for the ladies, just that they can continue doing the same with it. So what is your predictions in the comment sections? Please kindly give in your predictions here. Thank you very much for the guys who are liking the stream. You can tell your other colleagues as well to continue sharing the stream and invite me to keep watching these ones here, just that the YouTube can recommend it also to other people who are not watching it here today. We appreciate you and thank you so much of that. We are here giving you the commentary. The audio that you are hearing at this point in time is for Daniel. We are also having Tungdiang Media. So Pepero Junior, you're saying King's Comfort, they're going to registering, they will have 7 against the Snipers, 13. Let's wait and see. Romeo, you say the Snipers 14, King's Comfort 6. Let's wait and see if your prediction is going to come to pass. Yeah, that will be as good as possible. Even if when you're the director, when your prediction comes to pass and the way it is, we shall give at least data bundle worth 5,000 Uganda shillings. For at least always keeping it and following here. So we will not leave you behind. We'll also give you something as a reward for continuing and maintaining the momentum of following the pool that we're giving you here. You are watching how your ladies are playing here, because I understand that when they're giving the training also at this point in time by the Snipers boys, definitely they're going to be shooting so well. They can dominate, by the way. So Tungdiang was trying to talk about registering one of the ladies league in the nationals. This is one of the initiatives that if KPA can take it upon themselves, then most of these players, when they are picked from the different clubs and then they are joined together, they can play rightly for one of the very big clubs in Kitgum here, or they can register for themselves. So this is one way of at least uplifting the girl child also to play. Just like the likes of Somaya, the likes of Rashida, the likes of Mutesi, Rashida, Vicky, very many. Vicky Skills really likes coming here in Kitgum in particular. And yeah, I think she likes coming here. She's always motivated by other players here. And when she comes here, she always shows them skills also on the green bait. Now we have just seen Adia potting the cue ball prematurely. After nominating the red balls, she potted the cue ball prematurely. Now inviting the Sniper player on the table. What else can she do from here? When you take a look at the positions of The display of the yellow balls here, because she's going to play the yellow balls at this point in time. When you check on the display of all the yellow balls, the only cluster of the yellow balls where the black ball is, and she opted to play that balls here into the corner pocket, which is right, bottom right of your screen. Now leaving her at least a hard positions of the cue ball because it's almost resting on the cushions. But looking at how she's trying to aim, she looks like she's spotting it and she has done it successfully. Now away with only 6 of the yellow balls on the table. How is she going to control the movement of the cue ball here? What is her pattern going to look like? It is yet up to her to decide and take it one at a time. She aims for the ball. Is she going for the bang? She wants to have a bang here. The bang is not successful, but the cue ball came the way she expected it, and the umpire signals it's a foul. Adia has 2 shots. She requested the umpire to give to her the cue ball, and she begins to plan the movement. Either she wants to dismantle the clustered balls. That is the positions where she wants to take it now here, because from the look of the things, if she dismantles these other balls here, she might intend to go for it. Now all the balls are in spaces, but I do not think that these 2 of these red balls, which is having the yellow balls in between them, is good to be potted. But still, looking at the way she always pot the balls, potting balls with her is not a problem, by the way. She also plays snooker so well, but now here is a different format. This is another ball. This is science, where you will have to pot and also control the cue ball. At the same time, you will have to consider where is the next ball that I'm going to be potting. You don't just only need to pot, you also pot and also check what is the next ball that I'm going to play after these balls here. And that is one thing that the ladies are supposed to be minding of. Now she wants to go for a swirl shot into the corner pocket. She did it successfully. The pot is on. Cue ball is coming perfect. Now she wants at least to register for herself and also tell other colleagues that in this first 5 frame, she will be the very first persons to at least bring a win to them. Now let's wait and see. She opted to go for power, but the pot is not on. I think she's frustrated by her actions, but still she has a chance. Because when you look at the positions of the yellow balls, they are not giving you natural actions where you can at least pot any. But still, you can have a roll of that one there. The umpire signals 1 is dead on the cushions. 1 is dead on the cushions. Let's wait and see what she's going to do here. There are 2 of those yellow balls which are so close to the cue ball. So close to the cue ball. And that is the ball she's trying to look at. Remember, there are 2 of the problem balls, but still needs a skill shot.
It's called Irene Apio.
Oh yeah, I have been told she's called Irene Apio, but potted the wrong ball at the wrong time.
Plays for Westgate.
Oh yeah. Now looking at the quality of Adia at this point in time when she potted the wrong ball. Okay. Wow. Thank you. I think I'll be giving Tungyang Media to give you at least a profile of the sniper player. The lady who potted the wrong ball at this point in time, inviting Adia Loanga to at least start by canning one of the balls, because she is now in position to see this ball here. What kind of skill shot is he trying to portray here? It looks a bit tricky here because having the cue ball run natural to the other sections of the board, it is a bit complicated. Now she wants to go 1 at a time because she can't at least have, and just like that, a simple roll of that ball there. How good is it? It is so good, but still giving a chance to the snipers. Remember, this is the opportunity for her to can the other 2 of the yellow balls, which is almost touching one another, where the black is supposed to be spotted in. Now she wants to go for the can of that ball. How good is it going to be? It is a fall. The cue ball was almost dead on the cushions. The umpire signals it is a fall. Now Adia has a chance to register for themselves at least a win in this 5th frame. What is she going to do at this point in time? She is trying to check on the pattern of play so well. At least a roll of that ball. How good is it? No, she wants the cue ball in hand. Now she wants to begin at least thinking right from the other pots. There she is. What does she want to do at this point in time? still wants to go and can the other ball. How good is the actions? I think it is still good because naturally the cue ball is going to roll and move the other side. How good is it? It is perfect, ladies and gentlemen. At this point in time, in the fifth frame that we have just seen here, Adia Harleys pull one back. Frame number 5 won by the Kings Comfort, the Queens of the Kings in this point at time. So now, next we are having Barbara for the Snipers. She's getting on board. Barbara, she's getting on board for the Snipers. Now, frame number 6. Frame number 6, ladies and gentlemen. We have Barbara for Snipers. Ladies and gentlemen, the room is full to capacity. Guys, sorry, I apologize. I had gone to at least go and help Mildred set for her. She wants to watch. Now, this is frame number 6 of the possible 20 frames that we are supposed to be having. It is also frame number 6. That means we are remaining with only 4 frames to complete the first half of this game here that we are having. Now the shot you have just seen at the moment, it is a foul shot because she was trying to get a red ball but fails to get it after when Barbara snookers her. But then now Barbara has a chance, an opportunity to can the only problem ball that she has at this point in time. After canning the ball, then definitely she's going to enroute herself to go for it. How good it is going to be? Now let's wait and see the actions on the keyboard. She does it so well and she does it so professional at this point in time. Now what does she wants to do from this point in time? Now she's able to view two of the yellow balls, which is in the bottom sections of the screen, left of the table, and she's trying to go for the hardest spot as she's trying to see at this point in time. But at this point in time, you may fancy that she can go one step at a time, take the easiest spot, take the easiest shot, and move one step at a time. She only opted to remove all her yellow balls away from the red balls, which is almost just like a cluster, and she has done it so well. Now inviting King's Comfort back on the table, just that she can begin to plan right from there. If she missed any of the pots, remember all the yellow balls are also so close to the screen that you're watching at this point in time. Barbara of Sniper up against the King's Comfort, the Queen's shooters. Here they are, facing one another. Now remember, the lady who is playing at this point in time, she was a very good shooter initially, back then by the days. But she was taken up by a lot of activities and then she's not all that up onto her game. She opted only to take the cue ball so far off the table, the farthest part of the table, in the diagonal corner pocket right of the table. Now giving Barbara a chance to at least play the cue ball from the hardest point in time. Barbara for Snipers. She's trying to check which ball she can play and then where will the cue ball be resting at this point in time. Just that she can enroute herself and clear all these 5 of the yellow balls. With her skills, she is able to clear this. She can make a pot of any of the yellow ball. Situation as well. Also Guru. Yes, Dr. Romeo, I think at this point in time, as one of the directors that you are following the game so closely and also live, I think you are also trying to note out the areas that needs some improvement, where the strengths of the ladies are, where there are areas of improvement. This is the opportunity. If all the directors are trying to watch this game here, whether physical or online, they are supposed to be at least noting the areas that they need to improve with these ladies here. Because if they're going to play for 5 consecutive weeks, just that they can understand which other areas that they really need to improve. Then after improving, definitely the ladies will be shooting well. Particularly, I want to believe in the next editions that will be organized, they can mean to be very good. With the confidence that is being given to them, the opportunity, the play times, definitely these girls are going to be shooting well. Now Jackie's up against one of the most experienced player among us, the lady who have always been playing, even among men, by the way. She has always been shooting so well, and she's here representing the snipers at this point in time. She's going for the red balls. There are only 4 of the red balls now remaining on the table. One is looking like a problem to her. The ball which is so far off the table, the one that the umpire is checking whether it is date on the cushions or it is not date on the cushions. Then I want to believe that that is the variable that she's going to start with at this point in time. Now, what kind of shot is he playing here? She simply played only to pot it. Even when the ball did not enter, but at least she has given herself a very good cue ball still to manage the next shots. But after that, Jack is invited back on the table. The way she's trying to take a deep breath here, she understands the caliber of the lady that she is up against. Any opportunity given to her, she can mean to pot the black when you have not got a chance to pot it. Now here, Jackie wants to go for the longest ball, rail drive, fails to do that one there. But how good is the cue ball? Looks like as if the only ball which is so farthest of the table, almost in the jaw of the corner pocket, farthest right, is snookered. But that's not me from my angles. Looks like as if it is snookered. But then now here it is Kevin up against those balls. Just only 4 of the red balls on the table. With the skills, she can mean to play the ball, which is hanging freely. What she wants to do here, she wants to can this ball here, which is so close to the camera. And she's complaining with a lot of sun rays, which is hitting her directly in the eyes. She wants it to be corrected first, then she can shoot next. Partially, the problem is corrected, but still, it is not. And she's still complaining because she wants to play at least one of the shots here. I beg Kevin. She can also choose to play other shots. But then here, she's not happy with the positions of the cue ball, but plays it. Though she's not happy with the shots that she has just made at this point in time. But she is at least happy that she has placed the cue ball in a positions that Jackie may not pot any of the balls. Even when she puts any of the balls here, she will still have at least a chance. Remember, in the arena, we have the chairpersons, Kid Pool Associations, in the name of Tyson. Tyson is in the building. We also have the captain for the King's Comfort for the men categories in the name of Oscar Okelo. He's also in the building. We also have Onek Alfred, the director for Willam Pool Club. He's also in the building. We also have the director for the Zone Pub Shooters in the name of Peter. Onen Peter is in the building as well. We also have the director for the Jaguars Den in the name of what? Dennis. As well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the ladies. They are so smart here. They are lovely and nice to look at them. Also, we have Karim Hitman. He's in the building also following this ladies game so closely. At the same time, we also have Roto Konya Joseph, aka Dogo, is also in the building following this game so closely as well. We also have the secretary for Kidman Pool Associations in the name of Oling Bosco. the director of My Chamo Pool Club. He has just made us to aware that he's so motivated by the level of these girls playing here, and that in the next editions, he is planning to organize the ladies for My Chamo Pool Club. My Chamo literally means the one that you have taken, it is yours. Jackie still wants to redeem herself. Furthermore, and pot the second black for the snipers. I mean, for the King's Comfort. And then here, I want to fancy that with the level of decision making, she can go for the ball, which is almost dead on the cushions, in the right range. That is the ball she's trying to look at this point in time. But being as a commentator, I don't dictate on what she's supposed to take. And as if she was listening to me, she goes for it, playing it nicely. Because at least having this other red ball, which was supposed to go in the corner pocket right of the table bottom of the screen, it is looking like a problem ball now to Kevin. Now Kevin, just a simple roll of that ball here would give a natural movement of the cue ball for that simple spot. But she played a lot with a lot of skills, which was not necessary at this point in time. I don't think that was the shot that she was trying to play at this point in time. She would have just only had a roll of that ball to go into the left sections of the table and have a roll of that red ball. Not the one that she's trying to play now, but she wants to go for a snooker. No, she wants to go for it. She plays it in the center pocket, now leaving everything now open to Jackie. Jackie may put the yellow ball, which is trying to look at, the ball which is so close to the black ball in the corner pocket, which is having her ball occupying it. What does she wants to do here? She's trying to inspect it so well and carefully. And a simple roll of that ball, But that is a wrong decision. I think she has done it ever. She could have taken the ball, which was almost in the center pocket, because she was already covering this corner pocket here. Now giving her a difficult shot at this point in time, which was not called for. That shot is always not inviting and not always accepted. But still, when you look at the racing positions of the yellow balls, now she's still taking control of the center pocket, which is left of the table. Now Kevin can mean to go one step at a time by putting that red ball, or only playing simply just to can it, which he has done it so well. Now giving Jackie a chance either to put these balls here or put the cue ball in the center pocket left of the table. What can she do from here? A simple roll of that ball here in the corner pocket, which is close. How good is the cue ball? Cue ball is good. But then now, looking at the level of skills for Kevin, she can go for this frame. And she can clear everything here. Only 3 of the red ball. She can mean to start with the ball, which is so close to the screen. And that is the ball she's starting with it. A simple roll of these balls here with the follow shots. And just like that, cue ball is safe. Another roll of these balls here in the center pocket, which is left of the table, can give a natural movement. A natural movement of the cue ball to the farthest part of the table left, and then she puts the only red ball. And just like that, a simple tap on the cue ball. Now she plays with a lot of skill. Wonderful. Cue ball is good. She still have her positions of the cue ball. Now here she can also mean to play with a follow. Shots on the cue ball. Top follow. And just like that, cue ball is set. Now a roll of these balls here into the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen, right of the table. She can put it and then register for themselves a 6 ball, the black ball potted in this frame. Now the pot is not on. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, you're right, Doctor. Kevin lost the easiest frame, by the way. The frame that she could have won, and she lost it. But you see, maybe probably after the first half of this game here, if they can talk to them, to the players, they should understand the pattern of the play. Because here now, you don't need to go for skill shots at any time. You just play basic pool. Just like one time, Tundiang was advising me when I was playing at Jaguar. He just say, play your basic game, the basic pool. No skill shots needed here. Because this is a collective effort. When you produce the results, it becomes accumulative.
Once it is a competition,
yes,
basic pool.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. So the skill shots you only train with it, but then now the basic rules you apply when you're in for a collective games. So guys, thank you very much for coming back here. We are still giving you, this is now the 8th frame of this game that we are taking here. Now on the table, we have 2 of the very favorites, by the way.
Yep.
Who do you fancy to win here?
I fancy Tracy. Tracy has been doing a lot of training of recent. She does her training secretly. Meanwhile, Scovia is very good at potting. She doesn't need to train for her to pot. She doesn't need to at least spend some time on the table before she participates or makes any magic on the table. She's just a freelancer. She only waits once there is a tournament, then she shows up. She doesn't train, but once she's on table, she does exactly what she's meant to do. On the other hand, for Tracy's record, she has been training secretly at D+, and that was evident in her first game. She won it comfortably, and we are waiting. It is not an easy frame, but I'm rooting for Scovia. That is it.
Wow. Yeah, that is just the take from Tungyang Media. You'll also understand that what the kings or the queens of the kings are trying to do at this point in time, they want to mount a comeback. Just that the score should be level 5-5 in the first half. And then now in the second half, they begin a different story. So that is what now they are trying to do with the level of potting that they're trying to possess at this point in time. But if Tracy does something so magical here, then they will be left behind, absolutely. So that is it for this time. I think maybe I can give it to Tungyang Media while I take a short break. I'll get back shortly.
Yeah, thank you so much, Daniel. Prince Jolly Kitara, that is the CEO of Kit Media here in Kitgum. That Kit Media has just been shortened from the word Kitgum, and that means for us we are here based in Kitgum, but once invited anywhere, we shall always be available. Just 2 days ago, we were in Bweyale town in Kinyandongo district for those 2 money matches. Hope you followed so well. On Tungyang Media, Kit Media was engaged. We would have gone together to bring the streams live to the populace or to our followers. Frame number 8 is underway. It is between 2 great friends, that is Tracy Scovia Auma, who plays for the Snipers, the lady donning on that pink collared t-shirt. She takes on Scovia Aya, who is the host as far as this frame is concerned. Scovia has lost one of her frames. Meanwhile, her counterpart has won. So will the counterpart prove dominant by winning 2 frames this evening or in this first half? Or will Scovia prove a point by denying her the second victory of the evening? It is 5-2 against the hosts, who trail by 3 frames to the Snipers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Snipers Pool Club is a pool club now well registered with the Kitgum Pool Association of Uganda. It is located in Monbonyo Trading Center, and their home ground is called the Club Vortex. That's where they are located. Meanwhile, King's Comfort is also registered both for males and females, and they always have this boast of being the only club in Kitgum that plays from a storied building. Now, once you go to the level of Gulu, this is the Cuba of Kitgum. And the umpire is very, very vigilant as he acknowledges fault and awards 2 huge shots to Scovia. 90% of these ladies have participated in the 2 recently concluded Women's Day tournaments held every 8th of March every year. And they have rumbled with the great shooters of pool. 1 shot well used, and she awaits another. Ladies and gentlemen, the current population estimation within the arena is close to 100 people. As visibility is concerned. I was telling you, ladies and gentlemen, Scovia is the one lady who doesn't do a lot of practice, who doesn't even train. But once she's on table, she does wonders. She's just 2-3 yellow balls away from reducing the gap to only 2 frames. And that could mean something as far as first half is concerned, because they are playing the same format of 20 frames like the men always do. But since they are slow players, all their league games shall take place at 3 p.m. And also within the arena, we are having players from zone pub shooters who are well dressed, and they are only watching because this is a launch. We needed all the 3 ladies clubs to be present so that they participate in the launch. Could this be an advantage to Tracy? It could be. That's in case she maneuvers her cue ball perfectly, because bottom right of your screen, her yellow ball is being occupied by 2 of Scovia's reds. That means no passage through. I mean, she plays the reds. That is one hell of a shot. Apologies for mistaking who was playing which color. Surely it is Scovia playing the yellows and Tracy plays the reds. Now, Scovia has a huge task ahead of her as far as putting that ball in front of the black is concerned. But the question is, once she puts, what next? Could it be a bank, or could it be a slice into the center pocket right of your screen? But one thing I'm sure of, she will go for a bank, so that the resultant effect of the cue ball will have a direct alignment with the black, so that where the yellow ball is spotted, in case there is she succeeds in the bank, I'm very sure the cue ball will be very perfect for the black, where the black will also be sunk where the yellow ball goes. That's in case she goes for a bank. If she slides it into the center pocket, that was the attempt. Huge advantage to Scovia, Tracy Auma, who also doubles as the Secretary for Ladies Affairs, Kitgum Pool Association. So far she has won her previous game and her opponent hasn't won. Should the opponent win, it means they would have leveled up on the 2 attempts given to them as far as first half is concerned. Frame number 8 underway. After that, we shall be only left with 2 frames to play for. And remember, as we head towards the first half, just be rest assured that the finishers are always tactical in terms of defending the lead and commanding the lead. Remember, it is Hadia Rwanga who opened up the dreadlock for the home team. by defeating Irene Apio on frame number 5. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, Scovia looks set to do magic. To a little bit tempt our opponent by playing a ball that could get us snookered. She wants to occupy the center pocket. The energy was less. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a scenario where Scovia can truly deliver, either by having a direct pot or occupying this bottom right pocket. I think the latter is the best. Simply occupy the pocket, put your opponent on pressure, because she still has 3 regular balls. That is not part of the script, and that is out of the books. Very, very poor performance from Scovia in as far as this frame is concerned. 2 huge shots to Scovia. I mean, they are both Scovias, but one is Aya and the other one is Tracy Scovia. Auma. Yes, Kate Media is finally back from the short break. He's a man of rock boom, so he went to energize. Welcome back, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, my brother, Tungyang Media. We also want to appreciate the fans, those ones who are following us closely. We have just seen Scovia missing one of the easiest shots as well. You see, sometimes these ladies need only to put in their minds that if my opponent balls are not always okay, then I can only simply play only just to set my ball, because an opportunity still will avail itself, and then you will put the easiest ball that you have set at this point in time. All she was fancy to do was only to place her ball in the corner, actually in the jaw of the corner pocket. Now, yes, and she waits for any opportunity, and then maybe she utilizes it. But this is one thing that she fails to do. She has failed to do that one there. Now, which she potted the cue ball prematurely, then inviting her colleague.